Most people think they understand success. They imagine it as a straightforward path. Work hard, follow the rules, get a promotion, earn money, and everything else will fall into place. But the truth is, success is not what they tell you in school, on social media, or even in motivational quotes. There's a hidden reality, a reality few are prepared for, and even fewer are willing to face. Success is uncomfortable, isolating, and often misunderstood. It doesn't come from luck or mere effort. It comes from doing things that most people avoid, seeing the world differently, and making choices that others are unwilling to make. Those who tell you it's easy, or that hard work alone guarantees success, are only showing one side of the coin. What they don't tell you is that success demands sacrifice, resilience, and relentless persistence, often in silence and obscurity, long before anyone notices or celebrates. People are rarely told that success begins with discomfort. They imagine that life will reward them after reaching a certain milestone, as if reaching a goal magically eliminates struggle. The truth is, the path to achievement is often full of challenges that test your character, patience, and commitment. You will face criticism, rejection, failure, and doubt, not just from others, but from yourself. You will have to fight internal battles against fear, procrastination, and self-doubt every single day. Success is not a straight line. It's a series of choices, actions, and sacrifices that accumulate over time, often invisible to the world. Yet it is this invisible work, the quiet, uncelebrated grind, that separates those who succeed from those who don't. Another hidden truth is that most people confuse busyness with progress. They work long hours, chase deadlines, and fill their schedules with tasks that feel productive. But true success is not about being busy. It's about being intentional. It's about focusing on the few things that create real impact. Most people are taught to chase activity rather than outcomes, to follow a process rather than a purpose. But success doesn't come from doing more. It comes from doing what matters, consistently, over time. It comes from patience, strategy, and the courage to prioritize what most people ignore. And this lesson is rarely taught anywhere, so people stumble blindly, exhausting themselves while getting nowhere. Perhaps the most unspoken truth about success is that it isolates you. As you move toward extraordinary goals, not everyone will understand your vision. Friends, family, and colleagues may question your choices, criticize your efforts, or even resent your progress. This isolation is not a flaw in you. It's a natural consequence of breaking out of the ordinary. Success requires you to stand alone at times, to make decisions others won't, and to stay committed when the applause is silent. People are not prepared for this, because society celebrates visible achievements without acknowledging the unseen sacrifices behind them. They only see the trophy, the promotion, the wealth, but not the late nights, the failures, the doubts, or the moments you considered giving up. And this is why most people quit before they even get close. Finally, what no one tells you is that success is a continuous journey, not a destination. Many people believe that once they reach a milestone, wealth, status, recognition, they will finally feel fulfilled. But success is not static. It evolves, challenges, and grows with you. Every achievement opens the door to new responsibilities, higher expectations, and greater challenges. The moment you stop learning, adapting, and growing, success begins to fade. What they don't tell you is that true success demands lifelong commitment, relentless curiosity, and the courage to keep going when the easy path seems tempting. It is a path few endure, but those who do discover freedom, fulfillment, and purpose beyond imagination. And here's the first major lesson. To achieve what others don't, you must be willing to do what others won't. You must embrace the discomfort, persist through rejection, focus relentlessly on what matters, stand firm in isolation, and commit to growth even when it's inconvenient. Success is rarely glamorous at the start. It's messy, difficult, and unseen, but it is real. It is yours for the taking if you are willing to accept its truths and act on them. Most people believe that hard work is the key to success. They've been told since childhood, work harder, study more, give it your all, and you will succeed. On the surface, it sounds logical, but the truth is more complicated. Hard work is necessary, but it is rarely sufficient. Working long hours, Pushing yourself to exhaustion or constantly grinding without strategy is not the same as achieving meaningful success. What they don't tell you is that success requires more than effort. It requires direction, intelligence, and smart choices. Hard work without clarity is like rowing a boat without a rudder. You're moving, but you're going in circles. Many people spend decades working tirelessly, only to realize they've been building the wrong life, chasing the wrong goals, or solving the wrong problems. Effort alone cannot compensate for lack of strategy or purpose. Another hidden truth is that effort alone does not guarantee results. The world does not reward effort in isolation. It rewards results. You can work harder than anyone else, but if your efforts are misaligned, inefficient, or unfocused, you will achieve little. Many people confuse busyness with progress. They fill their calendars, answer emails, and tackle endless tasks. But these actions do not automatically create success. True achievement comes from prioritizing high-leverage actions, those decisions that multiply your results instead of just increasing your workload. Effort without leverage is like lifting weights that are too light. You feel tired, but your strength doesn't grow. Success demands intelligent, purposeful effort, not just relentless activity. Hard work also exposes a subtle danger, the trap of delayed reflection. When people are constantly busy, they rarely stop to assess whether their actions are moving them closer to their goals. They assume that being active equals being productive, but they neglect the bigger picture. Without reflection, you risk investing your energy in the wrong areas, repeating mistakes, and developing habits that don't serve your vision. What they don't tell you about success is that it's not just about how hard you work. It's about how wisely you work, how strategically you deploy your time, and how consistently you focus on what truly matters. Another truth few admit is that success often requires sacrifice beyond effort. Hard work is one dimension, but the path to meaningful achievement often demands giving up comfort, entertainment, approval, and sometimes even relationships. The people who tell you work hard and you'll get there rarely mention that you might have to endure loneliness, criticism, failure, and rejection along the way. Success is not just labor. It is resilience under pressure. It is the courage to do what others won't, to continue when every instinct is screaming to quit, and to invest in yourself when there's no immediate reward. Most people underestimate the cost of success because it is not visible in motivational quotes or glamorous social media posts. Finally, what they don't tell you is that luck, timing, and preparation amplify hard work, but none of them can replace it. You can be extremely talented, you can be in the right place at the right time, and you can have resources. But without consistent, intelligent effort, these advantages are wasted. Success is the combination of hard work, smart choices, adaptability, and persistence over time. It is not linear, predictable, or guaranteed. Many people fail to recognize that success is as much about patience and endurance as it is about effort. They see the achievements of others and assume it came easy, without acknowledging the long hours, failures, and sacrifices behind the scenes. The first major lesson here is this: hard work is the foundation, not the ceiling. It allows you to build, but the height you reach depends on vision, strategy, decision-making, and resilience. You cannot rely on effort alone. You must combine it with clarity, focus, and the willingness to make hard, sometimes unpopular choices. Success is not just about working. It's about working wisely, persisting when others quit, and learning faster than anyone else. In short, hard work is necessary, but without purpose, strategy, and persistence, it is not enough. To truly succeed, you must work smart, reflect constantly, and make choices that multiply your efforts instead of merely exhausting them. The path to success is not easy, but it is clear for those willing to see what most people overlook. Most people dream of success, but few understand what it truly costs. They imagine the rewards: money, recognition, freedom, admiration, without considering the sacrifices, struggles, and personal battles that come with it. Success is not free. It demands payment in the form of time, comfort, relationships, and emotional energy. It is earned by those willing to endure what most people are unwilling to face. What they don't tell you is that success often comes with isolation. As you rise, you may find that the people around you, friends, family, colleagues, cannot understand your vision. Some may celebrate superficially, but secretly envy your progress. Others may actively criticize, discourage, or distance themselves. To succeed, you must be willing to walk a path that feels lonely at times, because the people who understand your journey will be few. Another hidden truth is that success demands uncomfortable decisions. You will be forced to prioritize growth over comfort. You will have to say no to distractions, short-term pleasures, and sometimes even to people you care about. You will have to push yourself when every instinct urges rest, and keep going when failure seems inevitable. This is not glamorous work. It is quiet, often invisible, and grueling. Yet it is precisely this willingness to endure discomfort consistently that separates those who achieve extraordinary results from those who only dream about them. What they don't tell you is that while the rewards of success are visible, the effort behind them is often invisible, hidden in long nights, early mornings, mistakes, and repeated failures that nobody witnesses. Criticism and judgment are also part of the hidden cost. People rarely tell you that the more successful you become, the more scrutiny you will face. Every action, every decision, every misstep is amplified. Some will support you, but many will try to bring you down. The higher you climb, the more resistance you encounter, not because you are doing something wrong, but because success exposes the gaps between ordinary lives and extraordinary ambition. Handling criticism, rejection, and doubt, both from others and yourself, is an essential skill that no one prepares you for. Emotional resilience becomes more valuable than technical skill. The capacity to endure negativity without losing focus often determines whether you continue climbing or fall back into mediocrity. Another cost rarely discussed is the internal struggle of self-doubt and fear. Success does not eliminate fear, it magnifies it. Every new opportunity comes with uncertainty. Every decision carries risk. Even those who achieve great things experience moments of insecurity, wondering if they are capable, worthy, or deserving. What they don't tell you is that these internal battles are normal, and overcoming them is part of the journey. The people who succeed aren't fearless. They act despite fear. They develop mental toughness by confronting doubt, leaning into discomfort, and refusing to let uncertainty dictate their choices. Finally, what most people overlook is that success requires relentless persistence over the long term. There are no shortcuts, no quick fixes, no magic formulas. The path is littered with setbacks, disappointments, and moments when giving up feels easier than moving forward. Many give up too soon because they weren't warned about the cost. But those who endure, who remain committed to their vision even when progress is slow or invisible, are the ones who achieve extraordinary outcomes. They understand that success is less about talent or luck and more about consistency, patience, and resilience over time. The first major lesson here is this: success is expensive, but the price is worth it. It requires sacrifice, discomfort, persistence, and mental toughness. It demands you face isolation, criticism, self-doubt, and repeated failure. But every sacrifice you make, every uncomfortable decision you take, every challenge you overcome compounds into results that most people only dream about. The hidden costs of success are real, but so are the hidden rewards. When you understand these truths, you stop expecting life to be easy, and you begin to embrace the journey fully, knowing that the hardships you endure today are building the extraordinary life you will live tomorrow. If you're serious about taking action in your life, stop waiting and start now. Hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell, because here on this channel, we bring you daily motivation, life-changing insights, and the push you need to stop procrastinating and start achieving. Don't just watch, take action, and let's rise together.